Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to bring you what is new, mostly in the drugstore, but I do have some non-drugstore items, so I needed to put in that little fine print disclaimer. But there's so much new stuff. There's always so much new stuff. But I did find a lot of this at either Walgreens or Target, and then I was like, oh boy, I got a couple things I ordered online. So I'm like, I just need to show them to you. Some things I love, and just most things I love, and just like a few are kind of okay to me. I mentioned, what video did I mention? Oh, I think it was in my favorites video. I talked about the Revlon matte lipstick. Well, lucky for me is that Walgreens, a different Walgreens, nice kind of fancy Walgreens, not in my neighborhood. And I saw the display of the matte Revlon lipsticks and I was so excited. So I pretty much bought every shade that I thought I would like. Well, there was probably one or two I might have bought. They are $9.99, I think, that I saw. And I don't know if it was buy one, get one half off, but I did have some points to use. So it really ended up, I think I spent $6 a lipstick. So that made me happy. I am really convinced that these are dupes for the Pat McGrath. I really am. Didn't Pat McGrath, didn't she do some artistry for Revlon back in the day? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Anyway, so oh, and they have a tester unit. At least my Walgreens did. So I thought that was really cool. So the one that I wore in my favorites video that I love is Red Rules the World. It is a blue red. It's just really good. And then Showstopper, the sticker looks a little more coral, but it's an orange red. This reminds me so much of Obsession from Pat McGrath. This is more of an orangey red. Actually, it's kind of cherry, kind of bright. Maybe not as much orange. So I am wearing the shade Rise Up Rose, and it's like a nude. Why does that look, yeah, no, that's pretty, to me that looks maybe 1994 Pat McGrath, 1995. 95. And then one more shade, Dare to Be Nude. This one is almost a little bit more pinky nude. But I just love the way the formulas are matte but comfortable. They're so velvety soft. They stay nice on the lips. They feel good on the lips. They moisturize. They don't taste. They're just really, really nice. Two products I got that I am like, why did I buy this? Because I always pick the wrong shades. I feel like me and Rimmel just, oh, all my wipes are dry. Don't you hate that when you leave one of your wipe packages open on accident and then they're dry? I think it's funny what drugstores will do, and even, you know, like Target or those places, mostly Walgreens and Fred Meyer, CVS. It seems like they'll put out a display of product that's separate from the regular shelf of the brand, and it's marketed or merchandised to look new. But I'm wondering if it's just maybe they added a few shades and so they're putting out the entire collection kind of on repeat. And yes, so I think they're coming up with new shades. They also have a new formula, Stay Satin, but it's the Rimmel Stay Matte, and oh gosh, I always try this and then I don't like it. There's basically like nudes and then really dark browns, and I picked the nudes because I thought, well, maybe there's something in there for me, and I have to just, no, this one is Moi, and then this one is Raw Kiss. And they're just too light. They're just too light for me. So they look okay right here. And then I put them on my lips and they have this washed out effect. Maybe I can kind of work them with some, this one is, hang on. This one is Raw Kiss, this one is Moi. And they smell like cherries. Yeah, so maybe with some liner and, you know, like I can kind of create a dimensional lip with a lighter shade in the center, but just those shades on their own. The matte formula is kind of, it dries down to kind of a dry, it's dry. I don't find it to be very sort of plush or velvety. And then again, I was like not good with the colors. So that's my story with Rimmel. Another lip product that L'Oreal has out, which I got this so long ago and I'm so dumb to wait around and I forget to review it. So Infallible Lip Pigments, if this isn't just the same container as the other L'Oreal pigments, kind of reminds me of MAC. I think we've seen lip pigments before. They're a little bit tricky. There's nothing very convenient about this, so I wouldn't, this isn't something like, oh, I'm gonna put this in my purse and just put my pigments on. You know, you kind of, this stays at your makeup table. But it does have a nice dispenser that I like how it has the little top. But this shade is, without dumping it, it's called First Base. And I mean, it is a ton of fun. Do I have a lip brush? I think I used it for concealer. If you tip your hand, pigments will fall out onto your mat. Okay, so my hand is getting kind of wet and sweaty because it's warm in here, but you can see, I don't know, maybe you can't see, I am creating a pigment. Yeah, it's cream now. It's cream, so it's cool. I like it. Oh wow, it has a taste, a scent. Yeah. Ooh. Huh. Why is it cool on my lips? Anyway, so it's fun, I think, and you know, it's nice. It's just like, okay. Some more new stuff from Revlon. It's like a celestial collection. This is the cheek draping. There's 3 shades of this one in various pigments and kind of color ranges. So this one's called Sunset on Mars, and it's a nice little palette. It's a trio of bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I'm actually wearing a couple highlighters and I'll share with you. It feels really nice. It's a very pretty formula. The highlighter is very gold, very, you know, intense shine. This blush is pretty actually. And then the bronzer is it's a good bronze, you know, it's not shimmery, it's got some good contour aspects to it, so it's a nice little palette. This is pretty. They also have these eye paints, which I think are fun, but right now, I enjoyed when you saw me do the kind of daring eye makeup look, and I just basically used a shadow, my Juvia's Place shadow, with some setting spray on a brush, and it actually worked better because I was wearing this in my favorites video, and it has a nice appearance. This is shade Starlit. So I painted it on, you know, with just a dense synthetic fiber brush, and I just kind of patted it down on the lid. Surprisingly, so it stayed put, but it did get kind of that wrinkly look over time that happens with metallic shades. Sometimes when you add your setting spray, sometimes with this kind of thing, it gets just a little bit, it dries and it seems to kind of pull, and then it looks a little kind of crunchy on your lids. And of course, if you have crepey lids, it's probably more of a problem than if you don't. But I mean, I don't think my lids are that crepey. So that is the one thing of Revlon. I kind of prefer this. I think there's some lipsticks and stuff too. Covergirl is having sculpt, highlight, and bronzing palettes. There's 3 to choose from. I picked this shade, Rose Nights. These are definitely, this is too dark for me. This bronzer is very pigmented and not the best shade for me, but it's kind of nice to see something a little more yellow based if you are tired of all these kind of gray based bronzers. The highlight is pretty. It's a lot more subtle than the Revlon one. And this pink blush is pretty, but it's just a little too dark for me. Like, it's just a lot of color. So I think I should have gotten the one that was a little more peachy pale. It's nice. It's okay. I think I like this one better though. So one more drugstore kind of low-end product, and that is the Profusion set. The sets are back in Target. They've got lip sets, eyeshadow. This is a full face. There is maybe the lip sets, I think it's like a liquid lip, a pencil, and a lip topper. And there are, the eye sets are an eyeshadow palette with maybe a brush and mascara or a eyeliner. So things like that. This was $9.99. The other sets are $4.99. It does kind of look a little bit cheap, but I love it. I really do. So I'm wearing the eyeshadows, and I'm wearing, I'll take off the little, so I'm keeping the covers on because then I think it's just going to keep it from getting sort of ridiculous. But I'm basically just wearing like these 3 shades, and I'll show you the other color I'm wearing from something else. And then I'm using the bronzer and the highlighter as well, and they're really nice. Okay, let's swatch this. Not bad. Not bad. A little thin, I'm not gonna lie. You know, we're not talking, this shade is quite glittery right here. That one's a little bit glittery, you know. They actually, I'm gonna be straight up, the matte ones are beautiful, and the shades do a, ooh, that one was, that's good. So the shades do a really nice job with a brush. Like, it's, I have no problem with them. I've loved my Profusion products in the past. So aside from maybe 1 or 2 misses with some of the shades, but then, yeah, so the cheek colors are really pretty. You get a brush and a pencil. This lip topper, not, I definitely prefer like a Milani lip topper or a Jouer lip topper. I do, but like I said, I was like, the Profusion sets are back at Target. It's like, maybe it's back to school instead of holiday. They're like, oh, we'll do this for back to school. So my non-drugstore items that I ordered online, the Ace Beauty, I don't know if that sounds funny when I say it, Beauty, but it has the accent on there, and so that's where my brain goes. There is a new Paradise collection. There are 4 palettes. They are in different color stories. They are gorgeous. I reviewed, I want to say it was a year ago, the Ace Beauty Quintessential palette. Such a good palette. This is definitely one of those indie brands. This is, so like I said, there's the Paradise collection. There's 4. I picked this one. This is classical. I know it looks a little bit like, wow, there's some yellow and orange shadows in there, Rebecca. What's that about? And I'm thinking maybe it's the Leo in me that I have just this gold, like I want regal shades, and I love primary shades. I love wearing royal and navy. I love pastels, so I mean, I'll wear any color basically in clothing, and I feel like even in makeup. So I'm wearing, in my inner lower lid is this yellow right here, and I love it. Did I just stick that in from a blue shade? It's called Sunflower. I just think it's the most fun. It's so pretty. It's this sunny, cheerful yellow, and so I'm kind of putting it everywhere. And yeah, and so then we've got this rye shade is a very interesting kind of an ochre, right? You know, it has, well, it's rye. So yeah, it does. It has like a wheat to it, wheat shade to it. Vegetation is this bright marigold, and then we've got earth, which is this beautiful, beautiful deep brown plum. Barley is pretty. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so we've got this sunflower I showed you. Harvest. Oh my gosh, if that's not harvest, right? This copper shade. Oh, pardon the sirens. Maize. Yes. Clay. That's gonna be so much fun. Oh, golden apple. This was the shade that I was like, okay, I've never seen an eyeshadow this color before. Is that just kind of mustard green? Like, how funny is that? It's called golden apple. But look at how, I mean, for fall, even for summer, like these are just like sunrise, sunset, like fiery shades, right? Okay, so then we've got last little trio here. We have Mineral. That's really pretty. It's kind of a quartzy Mineral Hay. That is pink. So that is Soil. Here you can see again. I mean, just great. Amazing. That is not, I will play with that. But you can see, like, it's fun. It's, hear me roar. Okay, and then I did get the Wander Beauty Wanderess palette. This is so much fun. So this is an eye and cheek. You can use it all over. It comes with a little brush that actually is quite nice. I don't think there's anything I don't like for Wander Beauty. They just come up with such great products. Everything has a multitask element to it. So it's all amazing quality, and yeah. So here are the cheek colors. So this was the other highlighter I was talking about that I was wearing, and I love it. It's very champagne type, you know, gold. Like, ooh, look at that. You know, I love this type of highlighter shade, and it's soft. It doesn't have any chunks in it. This is blush, or you could be maybe more highlight. Very much that peachy pink, and then, so you guys can see, those are the first. So they do have a satin, a shimmer to them, but they're soft, they're pretty. I don't know if you can see it the way, and I don't mind. And then the two end shades. This is the matte shade, which may not show up so well on my skin, but it looks really good on my eyelid. That matte. This is the matte shade. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a perfect kind of mushroom. So pops in your purse, pops in your makeup bag, and I love it. I love it. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that bell for notifications so you know when I post. It's normally weekdays. And thumbs up. Check out other videos. I don't know. There you go. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.